Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Hello, I'm Sanjita Sharma and welcome to my video. So let's first learn about multiple intelligence. So it's a combination of heritable potential and skills. That means not only skills matter but potential also matters. So suppose a person is talented in dancing, that means the person has dancing talent. So doesn't mean the other person who doesn't have that talent can be a dancer. He can be a dancer if they work hard. It just matters between the quality and the quantity. So the quality might not differ, but the quantity might differ. That means the speed of working might differ. Then there is domain and disciplines. In domains and disciplines, we can say that it's based on a person who is expert in a particular domain. Suppose we take an example of an architecture who works really well. So we could say that that person has a high special intelligence. Then multiple and content specific. Intelligence is not unitary and it's not general. It's multiple and it's based on content specific. That means for dancing there's different intelligence, and for solving maths and reasoning there's another intelligence. Then a fourth point is aptitude in one intelligence will not necessarily mean comparable aptitude in another. That means if a person is intelligent in one particular domain, doesn't mean he has to have high intelligence in all other aspects. Then there is varying level of strength and weakness. So that means that a person might have high intelligence in one particular aspect while he can have other intelligence mediocre or low. So doesn't mean you have to have all strength or all weaknesses. It could vary. Then full range of intelligence, again it's talking about that a person as an individual will have varying range of intelligence and individual differences. That means no two person, even if they're twins or identical twins, can have to same can have same range of intelligence. They cannot have same strength and same weakness. Everyone will differ. Moving on, so multiple intelligences, Gardner's given by Gardner. So when we talk about Gardner's theory, so Howard Gardner identifies 9 intelligences. So first he defined the first 7 intelligences and the frames of mind that came out in 1983, and then he added the last 2 intelligence reframed in intelligence reframed, that is 1999. So were 9 intelligences: spatial intelligence, linguistic, musical, interpersonal, logical mathematics, existential, interpersonal, body kinesthetic, and naturalistic. First, we'll talk about linguistic intelligence. People with verbal intelligence tend to think in words and have highly developed auditory skills. That means basically talks about the language skills, and by auditory we mean the listening skills, and language it also means the written and verbal, that is oral language skills. Then language enables them to be better at memorizing information. So it also means that not only will they have good auditory skills and good listening and verbal skills, but also they will be able to memorize things faster. As a teacher, we can use auditory pedagogy in a classroom for our students with linguistic intelligence, and lecture methods, which both use the listening skills and oral skills. Intelligence. Musical intelligence encompasses the capability to recognize and compose musical pitches, tones, and rhythms. So as a teacher, we can use theater pedagogy that focuses on performance, showing emotions, and acts and music. And music can also be used to express emotions. All these things and all these activities in a classroom for students with musical intelligence. The next is logical mathematical intelligence. It actually consists of ability to detect patterns, reason deductivity, and think logically. So, people with logical mathematical intelligence can learn programming languages easily and more efficiently, and it also include logical sequences presentation. So they can present things logically and in sequence. And as a teacher, we can include tasks with critical thinking. We could give them riddles and puzzles, which requires them to use their reasoning and requires them to critically think. So next is special intelligence. So the ability to manipulate and create mental images in order to solve problem. That is our special intelligence. Found it could be found in blind children. So it's not actually necessary, but yes, it could be found in blind children. And it's the ability to explore and the freedom of expression. We should give the student the ability to the chance, the opportunity to explore and the freedom of expression. Then the activities might include drawing, then verbal and physical imagery. Next is body kinesthetic intelligence. It's the ability to use one's mental abilities to coordinate one's own bodily movements. That is, connection between your mental ability and your body movements. So physical activities might one of the things a teacher can conduct in a classroom for students involving body kinesthetic intelligence. Then learning by doing is another method, and experimental pedagogy is another one. Interpersonal intelligence, the capacity to discern and respond appropriately to the moods, temperaments, motivations, and desires of other people. So it's the intelligence which give them ability to connect with other people, communicate with other people effectively, and respond accordingly to their emotions and their moods. So, activities which we can conduct as group activities, we can encourage students to engage in group activities and discussions, and we could include open ended questions. Other intelligence is intrapersonal intelligence. It's access to one's own feelings and ability to discriminate among them and draw upon knowledge of one's strengths and weaknesses, desires, and intelligences. That means knowing about yourself. It could be your strength, your weakness, your aims, your desires, your intelligence. So basically, knowing about yourself. In this, for students that have this type of intelligence, a teacher can include reflective activities where students are going to reflect upon themselves. They could have self-directed learning where a little help of teacher is given or little directions by teacher is given and student is doing their own work. Then creative pedagogy can also be used here. Next is naturalist intelligence. Human ability to discriminate among living things, plants, animals, as well as sensitivity to other features of the natural world, clouds, rock configurations. So here we are connecting with the nature, with the plants, with the animals, and it's best to include experiential learning and field work and field engagement. Basically, conducting activities outside or giving them some activities or things to do or some experiment which could be conducted outside with plants, with the animals, or having them engage with field. Next is existential intelligence. that is the ability to pose and ponder questions regarding existence, including life and death. That means I'm more connecting to the reality or they're taking a global perspective. It, an example can be entrepreneurs, and we can also include innovation in it. So we can conduct activities in a classroom that include innovations. We can encourage students to make projects that include innovations, and we can encourage them to share their ideas with the whole classroom. Application in classrooms. So individually we learned about intelligence, and we learned about how we can use that intelligence in a classroom. But if we talk about general application of multiple intelligences theory in a classroom, then we can say that we can use the knowledge of multiple intelligence to learn more about students and to conduct more activities to cater to their needs, and presenting more materials and making our curriculum or our teaching aids and our teaching methods according to that. So all students with multiple intelligence got engaged. Then, like for example, making a video that stimulates logical, mathematical, then musical, linguistic, interpersonal, and special intelligence. Or like putting a play that enhances musical, linguistic, interpersonal, and special intelligence. Then assessment. So we talked about teaching methods, and after learning the content, there is assessment. But instead of doing assessment the monotonous way or the usual way, we can actually use different methods according to their intelligence, for like allowing student or encouraging them or teaching them how to use their intelligence to understand a particular topic and use their strength to understand the topic. Then we can encourage them to make portfolios, independent projects,